Hi my beautiful people and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I wanted to do kind of like a monochromatic neutral look. I'm not sure if that's what you would call it, but where you kind of use all neutral colors. So I did use neutral shadow, I used a neutral lip, I used like a gold highlighter and like my bronzer. So I feel like it came out perfect for really anyone. It's perfect to go out to an event, to go to the grocery store, to go to the movies, to go on a date. I feel like it's really simple but really still glam. But if you want to see how I achieved this look right here, then you know what to do and just feel free and keep on watching. So I did start my foundation already and I was like, wait, I was supposed to start recording. So here we are. So I just used my Frankie Rose foundation and my beauty blender and I just blended that out. I literally am all out. I had to like scrape it out. But moving on, just making sure that's all nice and blended in. Now moving on to concealer. I'm going to take my Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the shade Medium 26. This one is a little bit dark, not as light as I prefer for a concealer because it looks light when I first apply it, which is like now, but you can even see it's kind of like, to me it looks like a little bit orange, but I feel like after I apply it, when I'm done applying this side, since I applied this side first, I feel like it kind of oxidized. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. So this one looks lighter, and then this one looks like a little bit more on the orange side. And then when I go over it, it like brings that lightness back. I'm not even sure if you guys can really see that, but that's the only negative thing I have to say about this concealer. But unfortunately, it's the only one that I have at this moment, so I have to use it. So then now I'm going in with my Morphe sponge and just blending that out. So what I do is I blend out like directly underneath my eye first, because then I take my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Chestnut and I'm going to use this to cream contour. And the reason why I like doing both instead of doing my under eye and then setting it and then doing this cream is because if you put cream, you put powder, then you put cream on top, it's just going to be a big mess. So, and I like doing this because, as I said, I only blend it out directly underneath. When I blend this out, it kind of blends into the cream contour. So I kind of apply it and I kind of just brush it up just like that. That was easier for me to blend out. So then I'm going to take my beauty blender again, but I'm going to take this side, like this side of it, and I'm just going to start to blend that in. This is a little bit time consuming with the blending out, but honestly, if you guys take the time to do it, it looks really, really nice. Before, I would use my e.l.f. small stippling brush, which is this one, but I was like, let me try it with the beauty blender because I had seen a lot of people trying it with the beauty blender, and when I tried it, it just gives it more like of a natural look, and it doesn't make it look so harsh, as you guys can see. Like, it still gives color to my skin, but not like too harsh. So I don't know why I've been doing my face first, because you guys know I used to do my eyebrows first and then my face, but I think it's easier for me to do my face first and then my eyebrows, because when I do my brows and then I do my face, I have a hard time getting like the foundation right here, whereas when I do my foundation first, I kind of just go over my brows, so it kind of is easier for me, which is way better. Okay, so then now I go back into my beauty blender and then I start to blend that out. And then now at this point, I kind of just lightly tap it over like this. And it kind of just blends right into that cream contour. And it just makes it look a little bit better. Okay, so now for translucent powder, I got this one in my BoxyCharm. It's the Pretty Vulgar translucent powder. And I've tried it before, and honestly, guys, I really like it. I think I like it a little bit better than my Cover FX one. The true test is like when I look at myself outside, because normally when I wear foundation and I would wear my Cover FX powder, I found that it would kind of change the color of my foundation. Like, it would make it kind of like orange looking. And I freaking hated that. Like, the true color of my foundation didn't come through. And I just I didn't like that at all. Because then it looked like I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But with this one, I feel like even when I blend it all out, it doesn't, I feel like just in like this lighting that I'm in, like indoor, I feel like it doesn't change it, which is a good thing. So then what I'm doing now is I'm just setting everything. So I let it sit underneath my eyes for a little bit. And then I just kind of move on. So as you guys notice, I blended out this part first because I want most of the kind of setting powder underneath. And then I just lightly go over that cream contour because we are going to go in with powder. So I don't want a lot of powder underneath. I'm sorry, I don't want a lot of powder on top of my bronzer. And I feel like this one, I'm not sure if this one is more like finely milled. Is it milled or melded? Finely milled, finely melded. I don't know how to say it, but you guys know what I'm talking about. I feel like this one is a little bit more fine because when I went in with my Cover FX one, when I would get kind of like close to my mirror, it looked like a little bit cakey and like I had a powder on, which that's not what I'm going for. And this one, I feel like when I get kind of close, you don't really see that, but I gotta wipe off this powder that I have up here. Okay, so now that we have that set, now I'm gonna go in with my Kat Von D Shade and, what is this called? Shade and Light Contour Palette. Yes. And I'm gonna take this middle shade and, no, sorry, this middle shade and this one. I'm just gonna mix those together with this Morphe, what is wrong with me? And I'm gonna take it on this Beach Cosmetics brush. So I take mostly that middle one, and then, oh wow, I just got the dark one. I'm so stupid. I'll use that for my forehead. Just because I don't want my cheeks to be too dark, since we already went in with that like cream contour, I'd rather my forehead just be a little bit darker than my cheeks. So, something simple. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the middle shade and that first one, and then just lightly do circular motions. I feel like it's easier when you do circular motions than going back and forth. I'm gonna go ahead and skip through this just because I already have a video on how I do my brows and it's pretty much the same thing, and just to not bore you guys. So I'll be back when my brows are done. Okay, so now we have our brows on. So now for eyeshadow, as I said in the beginning, I wanted to do like a monochromatic like brown look, and using like kind of only browns and stuff, and just making my face look like bronze and neutral and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna go in with my Morphe brushes X James Charles palette, and I think I'm gonna use one of the shades in the middle because they are transition shades. I don't even know if that's considered brown. I don't want to put it on. I'm gonna go in with this one first, which is like this light brown. If not, I will probably put this one on top, but that's more like orange. Actually, you know what? Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna do what I told you guys. First, I'm gonna go in with that light brown and see if this gives me any colors. I'm gonna have to put the mirror a little bit closer to me. I just want like a simple look. Okay, maybe I'll keep the light brown one. I didn't think it was gonna show up that much, but it did. So you guys can see that right there. So yeah, I'll probably just keep this one. I always want to find like shadows that, as long as you just put one, like it'll still look good and it'll still look like you have, you know, something on your eyelid. And I think I found one. Because normally when I use browns, I feel like they're too dark or they're a little bit more on the orange side. But I feel like this one was pretty good. I'm just gonna get a fluffier brush. And then just on my eyelid. Okay, so then what I'm gonna do is just grab a smaller brush that same shadow. And then I'm just gonna apply that under. I'm gonna get a smaller brush, that one was too big. So I'm gonna apply some mascara to my bottom lashes. I'll just do this right there. So now I'm gonna apply my lashes, and these are both the Makeup Shack lashes in Bad and Boujee, and I just literally stacked them together. So while that is drying, I'm gonna go in with my highlight, and I am going to, first I'm gonna use my Desi x Katy Dose of Colors collab in Fuego, and apply that right about here. So since I did say that this is more like of a neutral kind of look, I'm gonna go on now with my Morphe Expert Men Rock Babe in Paradise highlight palette, and I'm gonna go in with this one, Mahu, which is like on the golden side. Okay, so now we're pretty much done with everything else. Moving on to the lips, I'm gonna go ahead and take my KKW Beauty Lip Liner in the shade Nude 2. Okay, and then I'm gonna go with this colored Raine liquid lipstick in Suede. This one's a brown color, but it's like too brown, so I'm gonna pair it with another one. Maybe not. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna leave this one. Actually, it doesn't look that bad. Normally when I pair it just alone, it kind of looks a little bit weird, but maybe because I paired it with like a brown lip liner, I think it looks good. But that is pretty much it for this entire video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, I want to do like a monochromatic neutral kind of look, with like the neutral eye, the neutral lip, and like the bronzy cheeks and like the gold highlighter. I feel like this look is perfect for everyone and anyone, perfect for any event. Simple, but yet still glam. You guys can obviously glam it up a little bit more, however you guys would like. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you guys aren't already, and I will see you guys in the next one.